Alright guys, gonna go over game two and then we'll touch on game one kind of fast. This is the first part of the game that's important for us to kind of go over. Everything else is more repetitious shit that we talk about all the time, and I'm just tired of talking about it all the time. So we're just gonna go to the key points of the game, starting from here. So we start off a gank here. This is something we do talk about a lot too, is talking about their TPs versus our TPs. So we both have teleport right now. So this isn't my point though. So we lose Central right away, I believe here, and then your guys comms were 4 versus 5 right now. After this is to basically to continue to fight. So we're actually 3 versus 5 right now. Like there's no reason for us right now to even be trying to fight this at all, and we're being crazy. So this is just more free gold, giving it away, and yeah, Toxic came down and saved the turret, which is great. This is also another. If you guys look at the mini map right now too, their vision is the entire map except for one ward. So this is the stage of the game where we start to fall off with our vision. This is what I was talking to you guys about yesterday. Um, Usually from the 12 to 20-minute mark, maybe a little less than 20-minute mark, we do a really poor job of obtaining vision control and holding on to it. And this is the kind of thing that happens a lot to us. We have one pink ward on the entire map right now. That's it. Not a regular ward in the entire fucking on the entire map. That's insane. They also got the TP with lane pushing and all these areas. Like they have so much control right now, even though the game's even in gold. This is something we need to work on, and this is what I was telling you guys. We have another ward here. I'm sorry. We have 2 pink wards. Um, 2 pink wards out of 5 players, and then there are 5 of us with trinkets, 4 of us with warding trinkets. We have 0 wards on the map. We have to do a better job at that stuff. So Toxic can come down there and hold the turret, but like I don't remember who mentioned it, he can't get any kills because he doesn't have his ult currently. So we just have to basically trade for the turret there, which is fine. But now we lose even more of our vision control. So coming back central, and let's see how many people buy wards. Mystics, or I mean Toxic, this is Toxic's ward here. I don't know whose ward that was that got cleared. But Alex, your inventory again, you don't have a pink ward and you're coming through lane with no flash or teleport. You have to find room for a pink ward. Every time. Doesn't matter. And then Perry's starved on gold right now, so he probably didn't want to buy pink ward because of that coming back. Um, and he also has his biscuits taking up the extra room, but we really do need to get better at vision control from like literally the 10 to 20 minute mark. We do such a bad job. And then the whole point of sending um, Mystic up here as well is so you guys can stay in your lane still if you're perfectly fine. You don't have to come up there because now you're letting them know where Central is, and they could just go straight to this if they wanted to and trade. The whole point of us sending Mystic up here is if a fight did break out and you guys collapse, we have the numbers advantage because we sent Mystic up here first. So Alex and Toxic, you guys do not need to come. You already have vision enough of the 3 points that you guys don't need to come. It should just be Mystic and Central because we're trying to keep information away from them so they can't make a counter play to us doing this. Luckily, it looks like Gragas is going back, but he could easily just go do Dragon right now if he wanted to, and then they would at least trade something. But good job doing this, talking about it and doing this at the 13-minute mark. I know you guys talked That's something you guys need to do more often as well. When you're dead, you can become the shot caller or start thinking of game plans for the team, um, because you have free time then. So it's easier for you to look at the map, objectives, all that. So what do we need to do next, kind of thing. You're dead, just start looking and start calling out stuff to the team. See, they did. He canceled his recall and ended up taking Dragon. So if we didn't send our 2 solo laners there, he would have never known that we were doing Herald until it was completed, and then we would have just got the Rift Herald basically for free. Toxic still would have got farm mid lane. Alex would have got farm top lane, and then they would have had to react afterwards. But then Mystic can run down river, get vision in the river, with Toxic, or just go back to lane, and then they have to make a decision what they want to do. But after that, then if we know they're doing Dragon, now we're in the driver's seat of making a counteractive play as well, where we can just go deny his jungle, set up even more vision. It doesn't matter. When we talk to Mystic about doing Herald, solo laners don't come down to the Herald, because you're giving away information. You're letting them know where Central is at least, and then the fact that Mystic doesn't show bottom lane, you're kind of telling them where he is. So this is what I was referring to you guys yesterday, and this is what I was talking about earlier too. We have literally no vision of this entire river. Absolutely no vision of this entire river. So it makes diving bottom lane incredibly easy. So they just get 2 kills for free. They get first turret for free because we're doing such a poor job. Like I mentioned, a 10 to 20 minute mark in the game, we do not have good vision control. We need to get better at that. Luckily, they overstay in the mid lane, and we end up popping Herald mid, and we get the turret. If they didn't overstay, we wouldn't have been able to do it though. That's what Perry was referring to yesterday about us holding on to it sometimes, which we do too long. Is if the Gragas didn't overstay and recalled and went back to base right away, he could have responded mid, and they could have easily defended it with his ultimate or his abilities. So now we have two wards inside of the bottom river, but we're rotating to top, so it matters less for the bottom lane, but it helps Alex out, at least stay safe in his 1v1. And this is just something they set up. Not much you can do here. This is where you guys were kind of... Mystic was probably a little frustrated because they camped the bush and killed him. Or he's saying Perry could have ulted this wave or one of the waves. I don't remember if it was this one or not, but I think it was this wave, and it would have saved the turret. But yeah, we just got to do a better job of just like, if they make a good play, they make a good play. It's perfectly fine. No one has to tilt or nothing. No one's blaming anyone for that shit. Wasn't Mystic's fault there. They just made a good play. This is the start of the game where you guys start to really unravel though. We start giving away kills for free, trying to do stuff. Like our positioning here. This is something I did a poor job of in the draft for us, is our wave clear is absolute dog shit on this comp. So it's easier for them to siege on us because our wave clear is just absolute garbo. It actually would have been better if we had the Jarvan and then Sivir paired with it, because then we would at least have really strong wave clear. And then the way things rolled out, Sivir would be fine into Gragas, Zed, Pyke because of the spell shield. So I didn't do the best job of drafting this time. The Kane pick, like I said yesterday, I thought they were going Sejuani 100%, and I was wrong because he did not play Gragas hardly at all. So but now we're in the stage of the game. Like, this is a perfect example. You have 2 full hit point guys right next to you right now. We can easily try to go get vision in the top side river or the bottom side river right now, and we don't do it. Like we're just playing with our dicks mid right now. Like where Central was going to sweep, Central should just say, I'm going to go sweep the bottom river, come with me, Mystic. And then you just fucking get wards all over because there's Dragon coming up in 40 seconds. But that's the kind of conversations we never have, but you guys have to start doing it. The Army esports team, I watched one of their VODs yesterday. They're actually really coordinated. So we need to become more coordinated, especially with vision control. Like no matter what, we have to become more coordinated. And again, you guys are starting fights. Look where Toxic was. He's one of our most important guys for our team fights. You guys can't try doing fights without him at this point. You should know that already. This is where we get in those modes of just feeling starved, so we try to make plays for bad reasons. And like right there, easily you could have at least went and as a group got a ward or two down in the top river. You guys get if you get frustrated in the game, you just got to shake it off. Sometimes, like I said, bad shit's going to happen. Some teams are going to make really good plays against us. It's just how you respond to them afterwards. You guys have to be able to respond to some things going poorly for us because it's not going to be clean and easy every game. You guys know that already. So this is where they start like and unbelievably starving us of vision, which is perfectly fine. This is when you should be probably getting a blue trinket toxic because they're being able to starve us from the Baron side. We need an extra blue trinket at this stage, like 100%. And I would even in a game like this, I would even be okay just temporarily if you went back to the yellow trinket central, so we could get some more wards in our own jungle until we get caught back up. Then sweeping would be it would be hard for us to sweep anything anyway. We just want to get vision so we can get resources without feeling like we're gonna have to fight all the time. And then pink wards will just be how we clear out vision. So it's just situational kind of stuff you guys need to be aware of in the game if we're behind or they're just really able to pressure us. Like Alec, this is one of the 3 deaths that I was talking about being overextended. We don't have any vision on that side except for your Gromp. There's no reason to be up that far. So there's just free gold given. And then yeah, so like I was saying, we situational trinket usage would be 2 blue trinkets. Central could even go back to yellow trinket to make sure we still keep wards on the battlefield, whether it's inside of our own jungle or just advancing a little bit into the river. So it's easier for us to keep containment of them taking Baron, so they don't try to sneak Baron on us and stuff like that. But the blue trinkets really would be beneficial for us. Pink wards is how we would clear in our own jungle at this point. But this is you guys are only down 3.8k, 3.9k right now, so it's nothing crazy. You guys are still perfectly fine. Like Central was mentioning, we just need Toxic to get the 3 items basically at this point, and then we'll be fine. We'll be able to come back. So this is where we start dying though for free. We get 2 more deaths for free pretty much. So this is again when the conversation should be let's go group together to try to get vision. But Mystic doesn't have wards, so we need to wait for him to come back. But this is where we should be talking about it. Hey, push that wave out, Alex, and then come up to us so we can go get vision together. Because we have to get some type of vision to be able to do this. They easily could have done like a 3-man Baron on us if they wanted to and just have someone shove mid and poppy bottom. Especially when we didn't have TP versus them and they did. And this is the Zed making a massive mistake. Perry's 0-3 right now. And he's flash it all-inning him without his team. Really good Zonias. So this is a big problem that we have as a team too. You're splitting off and we have two low members. You just need to stay with the team. Like I'm sure you end up getting the kill, but Siver's over there. Like there's still main priority of people to fight. There's no reason to go for the pike there. I know you get the kill, but you should just be staying with the team. Guarantee you we would have got Siver and the Poppy there. Pike would have lived, he would have got backed away, but who gives a shit? Siver is a priority target. Especially since she's their wave clear, along with Gragas. That's another instance of me talking to you guys previously about chasing and stuff. There's still a fight going on, stay with the group. Unless that's one of their carries. I understand that he's a pike and he has a lot of punching power, but stay with the team, we'll win more team fights. And this is just another one of those moments where Perry feels starved. He's 0-4. He's down a whole bunch of CS. We have no vision. This is just we can't be up that far, unfortunately. Especially with how long they've been dead. Their back timing, the back timers could easily be up here, since we should know they have all the vision in the world up here. So that's 2 deaths for free now for us that they're just getting pressure and money for. So this is, you guys do a good job. You know that they're not going to do it very fast, so you push the wave first. Perry gets a good ult onto them. And then they take a fight that they really shouldn't at this point, because Toxic's really strong and they should know our back timings as well. So we trade 2 for 1 there, which is massive. The first thing though we should be doing right after that is you should be getting vision back. Look at this fucking thing sitting here. We haven't had vision for like 4 minutes now. Guys have to think more of the objective shit, like right away. I know you guys are thinking you can get this turret right now, which I don't remember if you do or not, but we still could have one of you clearing out at least a pink ward, so they have to reestablish. It's just us fighting over farm again. Like we didn't need you there, Mystic. You could have easily cleared out the pink and dropped a ward. They would have easily got that turret still. And then back timings, we don't even need to go back. We have 1200, yeah. So we could have already had that done. And then our back timings, this is where we talk about we lose our vision control. We could have already, those 3 could have took mid turret, you could have already established vision, already was back in base, and then on your way back out with wards again. But this is where we talk about where we get some type of vision and then we lose it right away. It's because our timing. So we got 2 minutes on Dragon, and this is Cloud Dragon, so it's their 3rd one, so it's the worst dragon still, so if you guys just chill out and fucking farm, who cares? And I think this is when Toxic's really close to death cap. Yeah. So you guys do a good job talking about the item spike here, which is great. I'm trying to remember, I hope I didn't miss it already. When Zed shows bottom, we don't go get the vision, like I was talking to you guys about yesterday. And we have... Okay, I was just seeing if you changed. This is what we're talking about, like just starving Perry of fucking gold right there. That's not the one we were talking about specifically though, where it was the chickens were up and you guys were battling over it. We just have to let each other get resources. So he got death cap now. So this is we in the game have a general idea of where they are. So this is our job to push the wave and then go reestablish um, vision or rush for the turret here. But if you they're all alive, there's no way that we can realistically get the inhibitor as well. So I'm perfectly fine with us, yeah, just going for vision because we've been starved of vision for fucking so long. But this is where you guys need to start doing creative warding, and this ward over here sees you guys and no one clears this ward. This is the kind of warding we need to be doing too. So good job going over there for vision, but we didn't leave anything in a spot that wasn't a normal spot that they're going to just sweep and deny us vision again. I talked to you guys about creative warding multiple times now. We just still just putting shit in the basic spots where they're gonna know to put a pink down or sweep the area and it's easy. This is the kind of shit right here where if they don't put a pink out here, it's not gonna be taken unless they sweep it. So your common areas like putting shit here or in these bushes, you're just gonna lose vision again. This is where you guys do a good job of getting a pick. Again, we should, yeah, just be focusing together. Our positioning is kind of scary. Good stopwatch. How did you die with ultimate? I'm going back and watch this again. I feel like we easily could have ulted Gragas right after Zonius, but maybe I'm wrong. Okay, there's the Zonius. So you should just ult him right away here, Mystic. You have to ult someone, and he lost his defense. Poppy, we don't really want to ult. Zed, just you could ult either Zed or the Gragas right now. But you die with your ult up. You easily could have done it there. I know you got executed by the pike, but when we talk about, like, I told you not to ult Zed whenever he has his ult up, that's good. You didn't do it before then. It's the same thing like with their Zonias and shit. So you could have done it to either one of them because they use both of their defenses versus your whatchamacallit. You got fucking smoked. I don't disagree with you guys going after him there because just like Perry was saying, if you guys killed him, you guys would have got Baron there. So the fact that Alex died there is whatever. So now we need to be reestablishing vision again. But again, we never do it as a group. So we just put down the basic wards in the same fucking spots over and over again. They sweep it, and it's easy for them to clear it. We need to stop doing the easy basic wards and put them in more like just places that are, I don't want to say advanced, but not common places to be swept or pinked. So this is where you guys do a good job of just taking it slow because they're gonna go do fucking Baron. Look how much damage Toxic's doing at this point. Like if these guys want to do Baron with that shit going on, They're crazy. But this is where you guys talked about. Um, I don't think you stopped anyone's back, did you? You did. Okay, you did. But this is also like once you guys get that turret, they're empowered recalls and we're down a man, we just have to leave anyway. Like there's just no way for us to do it. Get the inhibitor safely. If we get the inhibitor, we're all gonna die, and then they can just counter get an inhibitor. So remember, reset timers need to be faster. You need to think about how many are up or down on their side, if they've already got back to base, all that shit. And this is the weakness of the comp. That's my fault with not having wave cleared. Once they got Baron, you guys have to fight. So you guys did a good job of Central getting flank and you guys communicating that. Because we have to fight, otherwise they can just take everything. Because I did a shitty job with. I should have just took Sivir instead of letting Perry choose between them because we needed wave clear, but that was my fault. You guys do a good job with the fight here, so. We end up getting 3 for 3, I believe. Yeah, 3 for 3, and they had Baron, so they lose a lot on that. And now Toxic gets to scale more. He's level 16. We're in really good shape right now. We're only down 2k. This is heavily in our favor now. So again, conversation needs to be, we need to get vision together so we don't have to walk and do stuff alone at this point in the game. But there's 2 people fighting for farm mid, top's already shoved in, everyone's just playing starved basically, which you guys don't have to be. It all comes from having vision, so you're safe to get resources. So right now we could easily go, none of us has wards, never mind. When you guys group up, you don't have wards. It's a good pick. It was a really good job getting a pick. So now we have, this is what I was kind of curious on too, actually. When you guys got that pick, I thought you would for sure go just run mid and get the inhibitor. So they ended up overextending into you guys without the Gragas ultimates, and I think the Gragas and the Poppy ultimate, and I think that's why we end up winning the next 5v5, but I'm surprised you guys just didn't rush mid here, because the inhibitor's free. You don't have nothing to wave clear or anything along those lines. I'm fairly certain they fight you guys without 2 of their ults, and that's why we shit on them and end the game. So this is just them making a huge mistake. So I genuinely think we should have been running mid to get the inhibitor, because a better team than them would not be taking this fight without their ultimates. It looks like Gragas has his ult actually. Okay. Alex hits a good ult. Central gets fucking bodied. And you guys do a good job of just peeling backwards, while Toxic is fucking a god at this point, and he has Zonius. So yeah, it was just our 1 versus 4 is way stronger than their 1 versus 4 with Toxic on Vlad versus Zed. And you guys did a lot better job peeling too. So we end up winning the game because you guys just team fought. We had a better composition 5 versus 5 once it got to this stage, even though Sivir outscales Draven, but you guys team fought a lot better than they did there. But Yeah, you just have to take those moments to talk to each other about going to get vision and not putting them in the same fucking spots over and over again, so they can't literally just drop a pink ward in the same spot and take all your wards out again. Um, but you guys did a really good job of just like hanging through those like tough moments. The lucky thing for us in this game was there was only 2 infernals and we got one of them, and they got 3 cloud dragons, which is the worst of the dragons. So we got lucky with that.